This is Flux One. It is the best open sourced AI image generation model that works locally in your own computer, and the performance from the base model is so good. Once the fine-tuned models show up, this might become better than any other model in every aspect. If you do not have Comfy UI installed already, there is a video in this corner to help you get started. Apart from that, you need three things. Obviously the Flux checkpoint model, the VAE model, and the text encoder model. There are presently two Flux models available for the masses, the Flux Chanel model and the Flux Dev model. There is also the Flux Pro model, which is available only via API, so we are not going to talk about that. To explain the difference between the Chanel and Dev models in simpler terms, Chanel is faster and Dev is better. If you are running a lower end GPU, you should stick to Chanel, and if you are running something with 16 gigs or more VRAM, then you can have fun with the Dev model. The question is the Dev model significantly better than the Chanel model? Spoiler alert, no, it's not. The Dev model is certainly better than the Chanel model, but in my opinion, not really worth that high GPU cost. To download the models, go to the links in the description. The size is truly huge for this. Around 23.8 GB for each of the Dev and Chanel models. Put these models inside Comfy UI models checkpoints folder. For the VAE model, go to this link, download this ae.safetensors file and paste it inside Comfy UI models VAE folder. For text encoders, we again have two choices, either FP8 or FP16 versions. Get the FP16 version if your PC is high on VRAM juice, and if not, stick to FP8. The difference is not as significant as you might think. Copy this into Comfy UI models clip folder and you are set. Almost. You still need the workflow, and luckily for us, Comfy Anonymous has already created the necessary workflows. These are embedded inside these images on his blog. Download this image for the Chanel version and this one for the Dev version of the workflow. Now launch the Comfy UI. Go to Manager, update Comfy UI if you haven't already. Drag and drop this image into Comfy UI and you are done. The workflow is ready. Here the models should automatically load. If not, select this one for Flux Chanel safetensors file. For clip 1, select the text encoders, either FP16 or FP8, and for the VAE, select ae.safetensors. It automatically selects clip I safetensors, which was for stable cascade or SD3, I guess. Now write a nice prompt and hit generate. One thing you should keep in mind, for Flux Chanel model, the number of steps are 4. Whereas for the Dev model, it is 20 steps. So that's where the speed difference comes in. Look how amazing the result is from the very base model. It does landscape pretty well and pretty realistic at that. Anyone can actually mistake them for real photographs. If someone told me this is a real photo of a person, I would have definitely believed him. This also performs wonderfully in case of real lifelike photographs, but maybe it could use some work here because in some shots it is not that realistic yet, but maybe we can get more lifelike shot by tuning the prompt further. Let's try some anime shots. With a simple prompt like this one, this has created a truly detailed image. Prompt adherence is much better compared to any previous stable diffusion based models I have tried yet. Now for the toughest test, text generation. This one seems to do text pretty good. This one is better. The text is perfect. The Dev model needs around 2 minutes to generate one image with an NVIDIA 12GB card, whereas the Chanel model takes only around 20-23 seconds. And we have already seen that the Chanel model is more than capable for most of the jobs. Thankfully, there is no drama around the licensing for Flux, unlike SD3. The Chanel model is openly available under Apache 2 license. You can read the entire licensing from the given link. If what I have understood is correct, then you can do whatever you like with any of the outputs and derivative models as well. You can use them in any commercial purpose. You can directly sell them also. There are some nitty-gritties involved in selling the fine-tuned models. You can read it under the licensing terms there. In case of Dev model, however, you only have the rights to sell the output images. You can surely fine-tune and train any model without any consequences, but you cannot sell those. These parts are a little bit tricky and I am not a legal person, so let me know if I made any mistakes there. Although Comfy UI gives early access to all the models and workflows, I actually feel more comfortable with Automatic 1111 user interface. And I have found a trick to use Flux in Automatic 1111 web UI. I have explained all that in details in this next video.